students, welcome back to our class once again. That is the subject innovation management. In that, today we are going to start with our third topic, third unit. In that, we are going to learn a different concept. Please have a look on the screen, which is going to be affect on the PPTs. Yeah. So the first thing is, what do you mean by effective research and development management? Uh, you may have heard and learn about what are the things what there on R&D, that means research and development. Introduction was there in our early first unit topic, so you may have seen all those things. Now here we are going to learn one by one the effect of it. So please focus on the screen. See, the effective research and development management is the main department of every organization and company. The main concept of this unit is it helps in uh, it helps to the company that should be established in the standard operating procedures for all the repeatable activities that takes place within the laboratory, such as conducting of tests and document of results. So whatever the processes will be there in the organization or in the company, like from starting of the manufacturing of the product to the until it reaching to the hands of the consumers, what are the activities will be there, all the things which is taking place in the laboratory, and how the tests are conducting and how the documenting results are taking place after collecting the data or feedback from the customers. All these repeatable activities process is known as effective research management. Now, next, what are the things are essential for managing this scientific freedom is first one, growth orientation. How the company can be grow and how the orientation can be takes place. Now, everyone should have to be dedication to technology. Whatever the technology we are using, the company should have to be very dedicated to it. What are the forms, norms, or strategies are taking place, are collecting of the data, getting the information about the new product or innovation of the product, and strategies building up or feedback from the customers or features which are going to be launched. All the things should be dedicated to the technology, then only the freedom will be there from the scientifically. Now the slack will be there, and whether we are going to select that or not, everything will be there. Project management will be there, means how the project should have to be managed, and how the orientation, that means market orientation will be there, flexibility will be there, undertaking the risks will be there, knowledge should be there, multiple levels of skills will be there, vigilance will be there. Vigilance in the sense here, inspection will be taking place by the R&D department who are at the high level. Next, the cross-functional coordination. After doing all the activities, the cross-functional activities will be taking place by this. So all these processes comes from the managing the scientific freedom. How the scientific people are managing the growth of the R&D. That means how the engineers people will do the effective research and development work and managing their scientific freedom. So all these things from the starting growth orientation to the till the vigilance, till the inspection of the product. After that also once again they will go for the cross-functional coordination. They will cross check it. After doing that, then only it will be taking place. Now we are having the second one is the function, how these functions are taking place. See on the screen, if you see here, we are having the product taken for business, like ABC products are there, product A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. So what is happening, and here the projects will be undertaken by the scientists, S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. So the planned outcomes of the business, whatever the plan has been taking place by this product or by this business, they will take it out and they will do the research product will be there. Again in the research products, what will happen, existing projects will be there and selection of the new projects will be there. This can be taken place by project produce no value. That means once the product is having no value, then they will go for another thing. When it's having the value, then it will go into the launch into the market. Like when the scientific, when they don't have the no values, then what they are doing, then the projects will warranting modification of existing business plans, possible verifications, unplanned projects worth exploit for license and technology transfers. All these things will be taken place by these scientists who are going to manage that. Then they will give the report it to the projects. For example, here on the screen I will show you here, just a minute. Yeah, the management of the R&D and research projects, how they are taking place. So this project will give the report whatever the planned outcomes of the business for the products will be there. It will collect the information. Again, the scientists will identify after the no values will be there, then they will go the all these things, and again they will give the report to the management of the R&D department. After doing this, then they will take the existing projects. What are the existing projects we are having? Among that, they will select the new projects. That means what are the defects or modifications will be there. They are going to identify that and they are going to remove that. After removing that, then they will launch into the market with the help of the new projects. So this is the process of managing scientific freedom. How the R&D function will takes place. Now we will go for the another term, that is the skunk work. That means a skunk project work is an innovative undertaking involving a small group of people that is outside the normal research and development channels within an organization. See, skunk work has been taking place in the World War II during the Hitler time, when the Germany want to launch its new project. That means what is the main motto of this skunk work? Means whenever the company is giving the project to any peoples, they will select that within a short span of time they have to launch a new product, and they have, that means everything from starting point of the product to the end point till the final utilization and consumption of the product, it should have to be utilized. So during the World War II, the Germany was in need of weapons. So the German peoples, they started with a new project by the name Skunk Work. Skunk Work is a name given to the a secret and research and development team at Lockheed Aircraft Corporation. So it is a totally, it's an secret mission was taking place. The main function of this secret mission is to task with quickly developing jet fighter. They started off manufacturing the jet fighter against the United States for World War. So within a period of 143 days, almost we can say within a space of less than 6 months, they had manufactured this project and they had utilized this project again USA. So all the process what took place under this project is known as skunk work project. So the main concept is nowadays this project is utilized in every company for launching a new product or new feature in the product within a short span of time. So here you can see the US Army Air Tactical Service Commander approached Lockheed Aircraft in 1942 to discuss the military's need for jet fighters to counter the Germany, Nazi Germany air power. Lockheed Aircraft assigned a team of engineers led by Clarence L. Kelly Johnson to work on the project. Just a month later, the team delivered the XP-18 Shooting Star jet fighter proposal to military officers. So this has been taking place. So now if you see here, here I'm sorry, I was saying that the America has utilized this. US Army's tactical service has been given place for in the World War II against the German peoples. Yeah. So here, this is the project. This is the legend. If you see on the screen, how the orientating work, identification working, how the orientating identity work is taking place, how the solidifying identity work is taking place, how the reconfiguring identification work is taking place, retaining identity work. So the product innovation slowing at the parent. Why was the team necessary? This is the main orientation. How is the team succeeding? That means product showing the progress. Next one, how might the team overcomes its challenges? That means product challenged by setbacks or constraints. Now, what from the team is worth keeping? That means product deliver or not deliver well, that means it has been utilized or not. So identity work, how it is taking place, idealizing partners past, idealizing the parents future, past and future, and other, that means reinforcing. First one is criticizes of parents presence, reinforcing team and motivating self and others, and delivering. That means all these criteria, that means first we have to identify the orientation, then reinforcement, then motivation will be there, then delivery should be there. That means within a short span of time, the team how is going to motivate each other and taking out the output of a unique product for the company. So nowadays all these terms and plans and our research and development programs are utilized in companies also. Now we'll go for that. What are the links? That means links with product innovation process. So what are the links will be there for the product innovation, and what is the process? So first one is design. The design should be there, where that is nothing but it's like a blueprint, what product we are going to launch, how, what are the sort of raw materials are needed, who are the suppliers, what will be the budget is in need of, and where the market can be allocated, and who are going to manufacture this. All these things will be designed. And coming to the manufacturing, after making the selection of the blueprint, then they will go for the manufacturing item. In the manufacturing they will implement the first step. So you have to go in the manufacturing sector, and they will manufacture the product, and it will started that means who will be the suppliers, either ABC or XYZ, and they will check the quality of product, and the supplier of team, that means supply of raw materials within a short span of time or till the project complete. So they will check all these things. Now selection of material, the total quality management team will be there. They will check the quality, or they will select the materials, that means the quality, they won't compromise with the quality and in quantity also. Next one, packaging, how the product or the after manufacturing the material, or how it is going to be get packaged, or it is getting any kind of leakage, or it can is going to damage or not. Next, last one is product safety, how after product is safety for everyone or not. So all these things will comes under the product innovation process. Next one we are having, if you see this picture, the time frame of product and process innovation. When a time frame is taking place, that means first one is a product innovation curve, which is slightly going, that means rate of innovation, and this is the time. When the time is decreasing, the rate of innovation also decreasing. When the time is passing, the process innovation curve, that means is a process, how the process, one is the innovation, another one is the process. First the innovation takes place, then the process will start. It's like a product life cycle. It is also having stages like introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Now if you see in the second picture, we are having 9 types of innovation. See, first one is the product, how the introduction of the new or significantly improved product that generates new customer size. Process, what is the process? That means implementation of a new and significant improved products, production or delivery method. Then service, how the service is taking place. That means introduction of a new or significant improved service that generates new customers value. Business model, disruptive, that means innovation that displays established companies or industries. Now breakthrough, organized, that means innovation that generate a paradigm shift in technology or science. For an example, transistors, new ways in which the people manage and share resources, like means organizations. Outcome delivery, incremental, all these things will come under the innovation category. Now how it is going to affect of R&D investment on products. That means first one, it can be improvement of the existing product, early introduction of a new product, late introduction of a new product, and long-term projects. These are the 4 criteria how the R&D investment on products will get affected. So we'll learn one by one how it works. Now coming to the improvement of existing product, when a firm improves one of their existing product which they are already market and sell to consumers in some manner, then this is known as product improvement. For example, for food product, one of the ingredients may be changed to improve the taste. Like if anything we are going to, that means for bringing the taste or bringing the preference of the customers towards our product, we are just slightly changing the ingredients or the strategies or tactics for attracting the customer. So this process is known as improvement of the existing product. That means adding a new feature in the product. Now, if you see here the picture, that means in the olden days how the utensils of use, now they have made this, and with by changing the material is same, the design is different, they have just changed the design and color, so it is giving the preference. So in the olden days also this thing, the pot is there, how the people used to use the pot for drinking water, but now how it has become like a jar. When they had been given some adding a new feature in it, it is looking a new look, so people are uh, getting preference, that means they are giving preference to the product and they are purchasing. So this process is known as improvement of the existing product. Now, early introduction of a new product. A new product introduction or NPI program encompasses all the activities within an organization to define, develop and launch a new or improved product. So what is saying, in the early introduction of a new product stage, what will happen? That means what are the activities are encompasses to define or develop and launch a new product. All the activities will be taking place in this new product introduction. The product could be something tangible, as in the case of a new model automobile, or intangible as in a particular service offer. So if you see in this happen, see this is the introduction stage. In the introduction stage we are having two. One is the early introduction, another one is the late introduction. This is divided into two parts. So what are the importance of early? But when we are going to launch, it is going to define us how is the product, what are the things can be developed and what are the things can be launched. Now coming to the late introduction of a new product. So delay in introducing a new product in the market may increase its profit and reduces risks and cost. So what will happen, sometimes before launching the product into the market, it can be easy if you keep waiting for a time period, so that when our competitors are launching, when we come to know the defects of their advertisement or introduction stage, we are having the time, so that we can save the risk, cost, and we can increase our profit by adding the new feature in the market. The same thing, for example, Amstrad is a company in UK, United Kingdom. A consumer's electronic market follows this type of approach and wantedly delay the launch of the product into the market. If you see in the picture, you can able to understand why some companies will delay in the market to introduce their product. The reason is they will get, first of all, by seeing their competitors feedback from the customers, they may be having the chances, or they may be getting the opportunity, what are the features are not been launched in the competitors, then they can add those features in their product, and with the high rate, within a short span of time they can launch into the market, so they can grab the market, or they can uh, bring the attention of the customers to their product. So this can help. So if you see in the picture how the all the electronic items will be launched in the UK variant, because they know this companies having this feature, because of that it is having a more sales ratio into the market. Now, long-term projects. Long-term projects take months or even years to finish. Typically, companies require more documentation and infrastructure for long-term efforts. Decisions about project governance usually depend on budget, resources required, business impact, and the scope of the project. So big companies, they will have a long-term goals, and they will have long-term projects. For this, they need more infrastructure and more efforts, and their decisions will be for long-term. If you see the picture, how it is pushed, that means pushed through long-term projects. This is the long-term project. Maybe by this picture they want to change the scenario of transportation of these mountains from India or China or India or Nepal or India and some other countries which are adjacent to it. Tibet, we can also see. So it's a long term goal. Another picture, see, he is a boy and this boy is learning how to do the agriculture, a part-time job. So this is a long-term project. So the parents will, or the government will launch a subsidy for these boys, or some few amount will be expenditure on them. So they will learn how to do the agriculture, or what are the tactics or strategies of developing the agriculture sector. So what is happening? This boy, as a learning stage, he is also learning how to do the agriculture. So that means he is getting training for free of cost within a short span of age. So here he is saving the time, efforts, and money. When after doing along with his studies, he can do the part-time job, or he can help to his parents in the field. So this is called the long-term projects where the company are focusing on to working. Now, next one is how we are going to evaluating the R&D. After doing the R&D innovation process and progress, how the evaluation takes place. First, if you see in the picture, what is happening, one successful product will be there. After launching the successful product, the product's launch will take place in the second stage. That means this is the evaluation of research process ideas. These are the stages: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First one, after once the product is successful, then what they will do, they will launch the second products, then the prototype for technical and market testing, then they will go for the market testing and prototype how it is running. Next, they will go for 6 potential products worthy of further development and analyze. They will go for the further development and analyze them. Next, 12 ideas worthy of evaluation through technical evaluation and market research analysis. With the help of technical research evaluation and market research analysis, they will take it. Now 60 ideas are evaluated for technical, feasible, financial, feasible, suitability. All these things will come. So this is a process how the number of research ideas will help for the evaluation of the research project ideas, and this process is nothing but how to evaluating the research projects. Now coming to the next one, that is R&D project evaluation criteria. The R&D, that means research and development product project evaluation criteria, comes in this form. First one is a technical form: research direction and balance, competitive rationale, potentiality, stability of the market, integration and synergy, market, channel fit, manufacturing, financial status, and strategic fit. All these criteria are nothing but the project evaluation criteria. I hope students you have understand the topic and you are going to give the feedback to me. So please mention your roll number on this. So by this we have completed our third unit. Thank you. Have a nice day in innovation management. Thank you students. Please mention your roll numbers on the comment box.